Oh, good morning, my Quilt and Bee friends. It is morning here. You may be watching this at a different time, and that is perfectly okay. But this is the first introduction video to our Grids Girls mystery that we're going to participate in January of 2024. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that you're going to need. First of all, you will need to join Grids Girls, and I will put a link in here, or at least a description. It is GRIDS on Facebook. That's where you're going to get all of the instructions for participating in this mystery quilt-along. Because of the rules Deb Heatherly has, we will not be giving out those instructions. We will be demonstrating some of the techniques, we will be answering questions, and we would love to see your work. We also have made up some kits if you're having trouble deciding what fabrics that you want to use. And in half a minute, I'm going to show you and even open the one I picked that the girls at the shop did. We'll get to that in just a minute. But one of the things you do need to know, you're going to need a few different tools. The biggest one that you probably don't have or haven't seen, and I think that's good. Yeah, it's going to be backwards. I've tried changing the filming settings, but it is the half rectangle trim tool from Creative Grids, and it's CGRDH6. We do have it in the shop. I will give a link for that on the bottom of this video. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so you're going to be making half rectangles. This is the tool itself. You should be able to see it against my white shirt. The other one you're going to need, and we have used it quite a bit before, and I don't have my flyer anymore for it. It's the Ultimate Flying Geese tool, and I use this guy all the time. You'll see mine is marked in pink because when it goes to the shop, it never comes back, and then I never have my tool. But this is a fantastic way to make 4-in-1 flying geese at one time. They're always accurate because you're going to make them slightly oversized and then trimmed to size. And the other thing you're going to need is like just a basic ruler. And this is a 6x12, which is normally what I use at home. I don't have a lot of space at home, and so I have a fairly small cutting space. And I like the 6x12, and we'll get to the point where I show you how to go ahead and fold your fabric so that that works well. All right, the next thing you're going to need is fabric, and I'm not going to give you those numbers because when you join Grids Girls on Facebook, when you go to the files section on there, there will be a PDF that you can download that'll show you exactly the amount of fabric you need. What I am going to show you is our little label. So this is the twin size, and I'm going to just lift this up. Look at those gorgeous colors that I have chosen. And they are all marked. So we've got a dark 1 in binding. We've got a dark 2. We've got a background. We've got a background 2. And then we've got a border. And the other thing that is very convenient, which I really like, is it comes in this little tote. So my thought is all of my pieces that I'm cutting when I'm working on each one of the clues will go back into this little tote in my sewing room and stay there until the next clue comes out. Let's talk about clues for just a minute. Those clues are scheduled to start January 9th, and they will come out, I believe it's every week. So you need to be making sure that you're checking your email, because the biggest problem most people have is the clue ends up in their spam folder, and then they don't get it and they say, oh, you didn't send it to me. Well, she's sending them to everybody on her list that has signed up, and she's going to put them, I believe she's going to put them on the Facebook group too. I'm not quite sure. But you will need to be checking your email.